Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me these last couple of weeks as I went through Hacker Management, kind of discussing the IT aspect of management and how to lead very technical teams. I have some short clips to show what I talked about this last time. So everything we worked on did not go to an hour presentation. It went to a 5-minute presentation. And partially their belief in that you know what you're talking about is if you're talking the same language, if you have the same kind of vocabulary. But it doesn't seem to have the same impact. Can't really tell from this graph where target was breached. And so if you missed those, I have the link below. But I do plan on doing more parts of these series as we kind of explore how to become a better IT leader and some of the things to really think about. What I want to talk now about is partly about the snake that I was working on. Unfortunately, the eyes have been soldered incorrectly, and so that was a little hassle, but as you can see, I think I figured out how to make it work. The new prototype has been passed through and is down at Macrofab, so they are working on that right now. So I'm very excited to see the next iteration that comes in. I do plan on having a Kickstarter so we can get some crowdfunding and figure out exactly how many badges we need to make so that we can have them out over at Defcon. So that project is moving forward extremely. So let's start talking about this little exam. So as you can see for the flash briefing, I have that. The skill has been live and it's going. What do we see with it? So if you look in the summary, it tells you how often people are looking at it. In particular, if I look at the daily, it happens. About 4 people take a look at it and listen to it per day, which is nice. Much more than I thought it would be. But here's what you can see for the last 30 days, where we have a quick little spike, and then it kind of drops on off. And you can see how I generate the feed. I'm just taking quick little stories with a link of everything that is happening. And then with an RSS feed, it pushes it out to the flash report. Very simple. So I know what you're thinking. Why do I care about summarizing things to 3 people? Isn't that a huge waste of time? And I'd agree it is. But it's a cornerstone for getting data for something else. And basically what they're going through is how do we get the sentiment for the different comments if people like or dislike the movie. So we can see some examples of that here as we're talking about, hey, these are the labels, here is the different text. And we change all those texts into numbers and crunch those numbers together to say, if these certain numbers kind of add up a certain way, this is a negative, this is a positive, this is what the reviewer thinks of that. And you can see some of this where it counted the number of those and the numbers of that and this in there. And we're only really looking at the top 60,000 words. And we're kind of number crunching it. And it takes a lot of computational power. Partly why I think it's so fun about it. So these 14 epochs that we've run through has been taking about 4 hours. And you can see with my graphics card, this is taking about 93% of my GPU on a pretty high-end card is just sitting there trying to crunch this to try to figure out if a comment is positive or negative. So in the same manner, I'm going to try to summarize something very complex into something simple. In the meantime, I get a little summary kind of made out for me with this data set. So I already have 60 data points of something where a link has been transferred into something a lot smaller. So hopefully that helps build up that bigger picture. So that's it for this week, but we will have different links for the videos below. And there's lots of really fun, exciting stuff to happen on the horizon, and we'll see where some of that goes in the coming weeks. And I'm very excited about sharing this with you. Have a great day.